Part 2 of the catastrophic ways in which Mormons attempt to save their youth. So here I am. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm with all these Boy Scouts. I think there's like 2 other girls in my group, and the rest were boys. And those fuckers carved their spoons lickety-split, cranked open our can somehow with their knives, and they ate all the food. So that the girls, we girls that were still working on our spoon, when we had our spoons and were ready to eat, there was no food. We slept in the cold, in the dark, on the ground, under a tarp, and in the morning, woke up, I was still starving, cold, tired, and in my case, pissed, because that's like my default emotion, because it's the safest one. Prickles. We had a bunch of stupid group trust activities. So I'm with a bunch of strangers I don't know. I grew up in a branch. So like usually I'm like the only youth or one of like 2 or 3 youth max. And I'm supposed to suddenly play all these bonding games and trusting all these people who the only association I've had with most of them is fleeting, like at Super Saturdays for seminary, like once a month, where I go up there to Lansing State, driving 2 hours from where I lived, to be with all these snobby kids who won't talk to me, won't dance to me, with me, snub me, and now I'm supposed to bond with them, kumbaya. Stuff like close your eyes and fall backwards and hope somebody's gonna catch you. Stuff up in the trees with ropes. I mean, it was all campy shit, adventure ropey stuff. I don't remember quite the chronology after this, but I know there was a fireside. But I think it occurred after the main event. After we'd been starved and pestered and gone through all this psychological shit, we had the speaker talk to us about Joseph Smith and his sacred experience in Palmyra with the first vision. They hand us letters from our parents. They send us off into the woods with our journals to have a spiritual experience with the Lord. I don't know what kind of letters other people got, but my sisters can tell you that when they get a letter from my mother, they can hear her chiding voice, her narcissistic superior tone that she gets. And so my letter didn't come off as completely loving. Because, you know, we're always a disappointment somehow. And there's always some way we can improve and be better somehow. And see, this is why you're at this camp now. Because you are not enough yet. Not as spiritual and wonderful as me. Part 3 next.